Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. You take a look at Howland. Not really the start he wanted to have for his NBA career, but the season is young. He can still fight his way, guys, into the conversation.
And it looks like we've got a really special rookie class this year. These are players who have already had a big impact.
Boy, at this point, it looks like it's going to be quite the race for Rookie of the Year. Still very early, but it looks like we've got several worthy candidates.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 spot. And for the Knicks, they've got MP, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the center, locking down the middle. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Well, being able to finish through contact, essential for MP. No one going to make it easy on the interior.
Back to Cunningham. Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. No good on the triple. And so MP will bring it up for New York. Win after win, these guys now have 9 straight.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
And that one, good.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Like 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Reed, shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Reed's got 6 points. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And stolen by MP. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. That's now 8 points for MP.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Ivy against Brunson. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. One shot on the way, and the Knicks good for 2.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harris outside. Inside, Duren, and Duren slams it in.
And credit Harris for creating that high percentage look, scanning the floor and finding the best option.
The Knicks leading by 3. Here's MP. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. The shot by Ivy, no good. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 5-point game. Took him no time at all on that one. Reed's got 16.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game for the Knicks. Achua, he's checked in for Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. And Detroit with a change here, too. Beasley's checked in for Fontecchio. Now, Hart following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And Duran slams it in.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Reed gets the bucket.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Cunningham kicks to Beasley. 23 seconds left in the first. Ivy passes to Duran. Here's Harris, defended by McBride. They get it back and slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
On the wing, MP sinks the triple. Reeves got 24 points.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is...
Got it to fall! It went down! He got it to fall!
He did it!
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the...
MP getting it done for New York. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll return shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the floor for Detroit, Fontecchio is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And yes, it's good. Stewart's got his first points of the game.
Boy, we think of Dennis Schroeder as a natural-born scorer, but there he does a great job passing the basketball. He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Schroeder passes to Beasley. Pass to Fontecchio. Just 5 on the clock. Hardaway from outside. It's hauled in by Achua.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Stewart, a screen for Beasley. And the 3-ball is good. Beasley's got 6 points.
When he's feeling it, Beasley a very reliable 3-point option. You've got to get him off that arc.
Really left alone that time. And the Knicks lead by 11.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Right through contact, MP.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Schroeder looking around. Pass to Hardaway. There's the 3. It's hauled in by MP. The Knicks leading by 13. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
How does the development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players.
Cunningham outside. And slam dunk by Harris.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Reed gets the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And stolen by MP. Bucket is good. MP's got 42 in the game. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
5 to shoot. No good from Beasley.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And MP with the basket on the assist from Payne. 45 points for MP.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Duran with the screen on Bridges. Beasley. And again, unable to change momentum here. Payne finds MP. His three-pointer is off the mark. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Boston Celtics.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
17 seconds left in the first half. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
Knocks it loose. And stolen by MP. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
That shot missing. And so it's the New York Knicks rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Checking out New York. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And let's focus now on our game. MP has been dialed in.
We expected MP to put on a show. He's generated more highlights in 1 half than most players do in a season.
And look, I don't want to brag, but I feel like this guy's a combination of me and you, Shaq. The speed, the power, and my skill.
Shaquille O'Neal Smith.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Mitchell Robinson out there with MP. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Got that one up quick. Reeves got 53.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
To the inside. Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
That bucket in no time at all. MP's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Knicks. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Fontecchio. And here is Duren. Now here's Cunningham. Back to Duren. Now Harris. He's got 9. Goes up again, and it's good on the layup. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. So for the Knicks, Achua comes in for Robinson. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges.
First team foul.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Miles McBride.
Now here's Ivy. Defended by McBride. Clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
That's good from Cunningham.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And the Knicks making a change here. Hart's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin, and there are trade-offs.
He got it again! Sensational!
And another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He is one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. In fact, I don't think you can make an argument against that. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Cunningham, and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now. It's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
So for the Knicks, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Reed. MP against Harris. And here's MP for 3.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
On the court for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. And it's Fontecchio in at the small forward. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Wright. Wright's got 3 assists in the game.
86-50.
For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Fontecchio. Off target from three-point range. New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And here's MP for 3. Connects from three-point range. MP's got 5 points in the quarter. Detroit's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Duran with it. Pass to Fontecchio. Duran a screen. And it's Fontecchio missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so looking at the number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
For 3, Harris. Reed with the rebound. 41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And again.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Fontecchio, and here's Harris from the arc. Harris missing again.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let...
Good, another from 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Pass to Ivy. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.